This is my 2-month update where I make some changes. I start trying to figure out the roster and also figure out where my team actually is. Now, this isn't the be all end all because, as we know from this year's World Series, that after around 50 games, you don't have to be so good. Obviously, it's helpful though. My team is 22-34. That is disappointing. I expected much better, but it's the way things have gone. Let me go show you some of the things that have gone wrong for me. Starting off has been my big free agent signing. He hasn't had much of a chance, to be honest with you. He's pitched poorly, high whip, gives up lots of hits. And then they all score. Owens, I don't really care about the record so much as the whip, the hits, and the ERA. And it's all bad now. His FIP is showing a 3.28, so that means it isn't as bad as it seems, and it's gonna get better because it all does even out at the end, and I'm hopeful for that. So I'm not giving up on the season just as yet. Bobby Whitehall has been better than I expected, and better than I expected for how the game is going right now is all I can ask for. Very impressed with how he's been able to stay above water while the rest of the pitchers fail. I hope he can continue being just decent for the rest of the season. I've moved this guy, Chris, into the rotation, mostly because we've had a little bit of a rough time with Mike. The same thing, Mike's FIP has been better than his actual ERA. That happens. I'm just rewarding Chris, even though his FIP is bad, for the way the season is going, and also just to give a little bit of a change up to the rotation. The one pitcher that I've been really disappointed in has been Jeremy. Jeremy's not been putting out as much as I expect. I need pitchers to go out there and not give up runs and just get straight outs. And while he's not giving up a high whip, most people who get on, they score. And that's not something I need right now. My closer has had it rough. People are getting on base and they're coming to score and we're blowing saves. This guy, really disappointed in. For 5 years, he's been great, and this is the one season that he's just basically imploded. Last month, he gave up 5 home runs. There's not much I can say. The bullpen has been just atrocious this year. Starters have been even worse, so can't really blame everything on the bullpen. The only good thing is we're striking out batters, and we're not giving up that many walks, and I'll take that. On the hitting side, we're hitting the ball. Not getting fully on base, but we're getting hits. Doesn't always lead to runs though, so I'm not. We're not like totally failing, but at the same time, we're scoring second most runs in the league. So my noticing is we're not scoring runs means we're probably scoring runs, but our bullpen's just too bad and keeps letting all the runs in. I'm really hoping that they get better, they stay the same, so then maybe we can have a 21-8 month and really make up for May. I believe this team is at least a 500 team. I honestly believe they're at least a second wildcard team. And right now, we are 8 games out of the second wildcard, so it's going to be a challenge getting up there. On the hitting side, only one I'm really disappointed in has been Luis. He has just mostly had a rough, pretty good April, but had a really rough May. So I'm hoping he can pick it back up again because if we're going to keep going, I'm really going to need him. I've decided that Juan's going to be my starting catcher. I've traded Guerrero away. He's no longer on the team. And Jack is going to be my defensive backup and play against lefties mostly. Joe Green has made some decent strides and is using that bat in the way as I want him to, and I'm pretty happy with that. Defensively, he hasn't been the best, but isn't just the worst either. I've rebought off Steve Gibbons. He's going to continue to be on the team after being sent down in April. And hopefully he'll provide some better offense and off the bench and help me because I have a couple injuries to Cepeda and Huffman. That has led to Luis being my starting third baseman, along with Nate Connors, who's just been called up. The right field situation is a little better with Camille taking over. I didn't really lose much there, so not too unhappy with that. Josh looks like he's ready to retake over the starting center fielder role, and I'm probably going to have to give it to him because he is just hitting the cover off the ball and doing it while playing amazing defense, like always. Dwayne has not been good since I called him up. Defensively, he's good to have back there, but we'll see. Now, my big trade acquisition. Really happy that I traded for him. He has not gotten hurt. He's basically been the one guy that gets on base all the time and comes up with some timely hits. It has been a rough season. The guys are really dejected right now. So I'm hoping the few changes I've made can revitalize the team. One of those changes included trading for this guy. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping he can shore up the bullpen. Morales is going to stay the closer for now. If it continues to not be good, Dave will go into that role. We'll reevaluate from there. I'm giving Chris a start. He's going to get one start. If it's horrible, Mike's going to go back into the rotation. In the minor leagues, he came up a little earlier in the year with a couple injuries, but he's been pitching pretty well. If anything happens, I'm probably going to bring him up, most likely for a bullpen role. On the player development side, the draft is coming up soon. I have a lot of draft picks in the second and third rounds. I do not have any draft picks after round number 9, I believe. All my draft picks from round 9 to 20 have been traded away. That's a strategy by me. Now, is it a great strategy to stock my minor leagues? No. Is it a strategy to get some better players? Yes. Does it always work? No. But right now, I needed to make some trades, and I didn't want to give up anyone from my roster, so that was a great way to add extra to the trades. Steve Adams has had a rough season so far. His last start was impressive. Obviously, he got hurt. I'm hoping he can continue and still improving. It's only been 4 starts, so nothing on the books there. This is a pretty big year for him, and I'm really hoping he can take that next step. Josh Bresden is pitching AAA. If the season starts to go even more downhill, I might trade some of my relievers, and he is going to look to take an important bullpen role with me. Tim Carpenter's been the most impressive of my 3 prospects on the top 100, and I have been really impressed with how he's doing. I hope he can continue it. Other than that, the rest of the guys have been up and down. It hasn't been the best season. I had to demote him recently. He's been doing okay, but not as like nobody's really lighting up the lamp. He was lighting it up in single A, but I did promote him to double A. I re-demoted him again because he was hitting better. I'll see what happens. Maybe another promotion might be good. Now, the GLC season will start soon, and I'll get some more stats on that. Other than that, my team, like I said, has been it's a rough start to the year, but it's only 2 months in. A lot of baseball left. In the rest of the universe, there have been a few major things happen. We've had 2 3 home run games, one by Mr. Volman and one by Joe Richardson. There has been no 6 hit games. There's been one 7-15 strikeout game, and by Herrera, but obviously one of the best pitchers in the game. There's been a cycle, Phil Garza, and the no hitter has been by Bobby Kissel, and he, a 37-year-old. That's really good. I love when older pitchers who are still pretty good have something like amazing like that happen to them. Personal thing for me. Other than that, thank you for watching this video. I will update you around draft time. We'll talk about the people I'm drafting, why I'm drafting them, what I'm looking for, and how it will improve my team, hopefully. Thank you for watching the stream. It's been disappointing. Hopefully the next update is great.